Hello everyone and welcome to the WCG for day 2 of the third and deciding test match of the Harley Cranes Test Series between Brennan's 11 and Matt's 11. It was a seesawing contest on the opening day of the test match, with both sides well aware of what is at stake in this decider, and will today be the day that the series is decided. So as we take a look at where the match stands as we enter day 2, it would have been the men in green who would have had the easiest sleep last night, as they removed the Blues skipper in the final overs of yesterday's play to restrict the Blues to 2 for 27 at stumps, still trailing the men in green by 95 runs. And it'll be Peter Fowler, the man to resume at the crease, 0 not out, and he'll have his work cut out before him. And we'd just like to take this opportunity to remind everyone that this third and deciding test match is the Kookaburra Cricket Test match. Kookaburra Cricket have been fantastic since jumping on board this season, and we thank them for their ongoing support. So it's the men in blue with it all to do on day 2 as we're ready to get underway. So as mentioned prior, it will be Peter Fowler who will resume at the crease, 0 not out here for the men in blue. Was in an aggressive frame of mind in his 4 balls that he faced last night. Will he carry that positivity into today's play? So possibly a series defining day ready to get underway here at the WCG. It'll be the green machine skipper Matt White to tear into Peter Fowler. In now, it's a full delivery. And it's a plainer miss there from Peter Fowler first up. So I think we get the answer. He is going to take the aggressive approach, but that will still be a nervy start. White to continue to foul in the opening over of the day's play. Here he's in now and Fowler advances. Oh, and he's hammered this through the covers for a 6. Well, there you go. You don't say that too often at the WCG. White goes the journey. An amazing start to day 2. Well, White will not be too impressed with that, as he'll steam in once again to Fowler, and predictably enough, this one is dug in short, and Fowler ducks underneath it easily enough. Oh, but he's overstepped here as the big man. Just steaming in a little bit harder there. That's a clear no ball. So day 2 picking up where day 1 left off, as White will continue to Fowler over the wicket. He's in now, Fowler hasn't offered a stroke, and there is an appeal here from Matt White. Yeah, there wasn't too much interest from some of the other Greens fieldsmen, but this could be tight. Oh, maybe Height saving him there. Was a close call though. White to continue to Fowler in the opening over of day 2. Here he's in now, Fowler advances once again, and this one's a back of a length delivery which crashes into his body. Well, this is obviously a clear tactic here from Fowler. We have seen that he has been dismissed with 2 short pitch deliveries that he's hit over the fence in the series so far, so perhaps he's trying to negate that, as White is in for the final ball of the over, which slides down the leg side. It'll be Harry Dean to bowl the 13th over of the innings. He's in now to Fowler, and once again Fowler advances, but this one is a short delivery, but he does duck under it easily enough. So the Blues 2 for 34 in their first innings, still trailing the green machine by 88 runs, as Dean will continue to Fowler over the wicket. Here, and this is another one banged in short, and this time Fowler stays his ground, and he sways out of the way of this easily enough. So good cat and mouse cricket this from Fowler, just keeping the green machine guessing. Dean to continue to Fowler in the 13th over. He's in now, this one's a full delivery. It's bang on the money, and there's a laboured appeal there from the Greens fieldsman. Here's his strikes Pete on the boot, but technically he's probably playing a stroke there. Excitement galore to begin day 2, as Dean will continue to Fowler over the wicket. This one's a full delivery, and it's a play miss outside the off stump there from Fowler. So he is living a charmed life in this morning session, but he's still there. Dean to continue to Fowler in the 13th over. Here he's in now, this one's a good length delivery, and that's a bit more of a conventional stroke there from Fowler, who is forward and defends. So we arrive at the final ball of the over. Brennan's 11 2 for 34 in their first innings. Fowler not out on 6 this morning. As Dean is in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery, which is let go outside the off stump. It'll be Wojcik to bowl the 14th over of the innings. He's in now over the wicket here to Fowler, and this one's a full in-swinging delivery, which strikes Fowler on the leg. So there's decent stuff here from Fowler, who's been able to see off White and Dean so far this morning. But Wojcik will be a different task with the swing ball, as Wojcik's in once again to Fowler, and he covers up well enough as he defends this on the offside for no run once again. Fowler has faced 18 balls now for his 6, stabilising the ship here for the men in blue after they lost 2 wickets last night. As Wojcik will continue again now to Fowler, who advances, and he digs this one in short as Wojcik maybe saw him coming. as this one strikes Fowler on the hip and drops for no run. So an interesting approach here from Fowler, but it has served him well so far. This is his longest innings of the series by a mile. As Wojcik is in once again, and this time it's an outswinger. It's a beautiful outswinger on a good length, and it's a flash and a miss there from Fowler. So you get the feeling something's got to give here, as Wojcik is in once again to Fowler, and this time it's an in-swinging delivery, and Fowler advances once again, and has actually kicked out at this one and probably prevented a wide. As we arrive at the final ball of the 14th over, the men in blue 2 for 34. Here is Wojcik is in once again over the wicket. This one's a full toss, and has he taken it? He has! It's an unbelievable snare off his own bowling. Well, you got the feeling something was going to happen, but not in as spectacular fashion as this. Wojcik gets down to his right, and that is a beauty. Well, we have seen some speckies taken so far in this series, but this one might just top the lot. Oh, that is a ripper. The men in blue 3 for 34 as Wojcik pulls out one for the ages. Well, that is the wicket that the Green Machine were looking for this morning, as that now brings Justin Brook to the crease. He's been in decent nick with the bat here for the men in blue, and his side need him to stand up now. Well, that was a spectacular end here to the Wojcik over, as it's going to be Michael Johnson to bowl his first delivery of the day's play, as he's in now and it's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and Brook leaves it alone. Well, what a ripper we have just witnessed once again at the WCG. There have been some absolute pearlers taken so far this season, but given that it was off his own bowling and what is at stake in this test match, that one might just top the lot. Here as Johnson will continue again now to Brook, who drives, and has that been taken by Dean? Oh no, it must have bounced. Well, sorry guys, I thought this was just a regulation take. Yeah, it is a bump ball. Crisis averted for the men in blue. Johnson to continue to Brook in the 15th over. As in now around the wicket, and this one's a back of length delivery, bang on the money, and Brook is back and defends. So the Green Machine ramping up the heat here on the men in blue. 3 for 34 are Branners 11 in their first innings, still trailing by 88 runs. As Johnson's in once again to Brook, and it's another back of a length delivery, bang on the money, and once again Brook is back and defends well. So this is a key period of the test match. Brook is one of the few other Blues batsmen who has stood up so far in this series, and boy does his side need him to stand up today. Here is Johnson will continue again now to Brook, and this one looks like a slow ball, looks to have rolled the fingers over it, and Brook is forward and defends well. Scores of 17, 4 and 24 so far in this series for Brook. What can he produce here for the men in blue? As Johnson's in for the final ball of the over, and it's a good one to end with here from Johnson. It's a play and a miss outside the off stump, but thankfully from Brook's perspective, he's still there. It'll be Mark Pasterfield to bowl the 16th over of the innings, as he's in now around the wicket to Brook, and he begins with a good full delivery, bang on the money, and Brook is forward and defends. Brook yet to get off the mark after 7 deliveries faced here in this first innings. It's been another brilliant exhibition with the ball this morning from the men in green. They're looking to become the first team to lose the first test match and go on to win the series. As Pasterfield is in once again to Brook, and he swats this away on the leg side, but he doesn't beat Alex Stepien there at mid-wicket. It's also important to acknowledge Pasterfield's role in this bowling unit. He's been in the wilderness for the last 2 seasons at the WCG, but has taken 5 wickets for the series. He'll continue again now to Brook, and this one slides down the leg side for no run. He does have a score to settle, does Pasterfield. Hasn't played a test match since being let go by Brennan's 11, so he would love nothing more than to contribute to a Green Machine title winning victory. Here he's in once again to Brook, and this one's a full toss, but Brook hammers this through mid-wicket for his first runs of the match. It's a rare errand delivery here from Pasterfield, and it's dispatched. It'll be Hamid al-Bashir to bowl the 18th over of the innings, and he's in now around the wicket here to Brook, and it's a good length delivery, bang on the money, and Brook is solid in defence. Brennan's 11 3 for 41 in their first innings, still trailing the Green Machine by 81 runs, so still plenty of work here to do, and that's a good delivery there from Hamid al-Bashir. It's bang on the money outside the off stump, and tentatively Brook leaves. So good test cricket out here in the middle at the moment. Justin Brook has faced 20 deliveries so far for his 6. His side 3 for 41 in their first innings. As al-Bashir will continue to him now, and this one's a full toss, and it's hit away on the leg side, and I think that's gone away for 6. Yeah, it has. That's Brook's second maximum for the innings. Brook now moves along to 12. His side 3 for 47. Basher to continue to Brook in the 18th over. He's in now around the wicket, and this is a short delivery which doesn't get up high as Brook watches this go past him at about stomach height. So Brook has moved along to 12. It looks like he's up for the fight here for his side, taking his time between deliveries just to compose himself as he frustrates the Green Machine bowlers. As Basher will continue again now to Brook, and he slashes away on the offside, but he can't beat Alex Stepien there at cover. So just beginning to look comfortable here is Brook, but that has been his trouble in the past. Has got starts in each of his innings so far in this series, but has yet to go on with it and make a big one. Here's Basher is in for the final ball of the over, and is defended on the offside for no run. It'll be Alex Stepien to bowl the 19th over of the innings, as he too will go around the wicket now to Brook, and it's a good length delivery, bang on the money, and it's well defended there by Brook once again. So looking solid as always here is Justin Brook. The Blues will be hoping that today is his day, with his side still trailing the Green Machine by 75 runs. And Stepien is in once again to Brook, and this one's a full delivery, and this one crashes into the leg of Brook, and is fielded there by Basher. So a good start to the over this from Stepien, who has been below his best so far in this series, but has also bowled without luck. Here as Brook holds up the bowler once again. Here Stepien will continue to Brook around the wicket. This one's a full delivery, and he gets his way on the onside. Oh, but I think this has hit the upright of the fence once again and prevented another boundary. Yeah, it has. Well, this is the best fieldsman the WCG's ever produced, and he's alive and ready again. Stepien to continue to Brook in the 19th over. He's in now, this one's a fuller delivery, and Brook gets a thick outside edge onto the fence, and is fielded there by Basher for no run. So another period of attrition brewing here at the WCG. Both sides not wanting to give an inch here in this important period of the match. Stepien will continue around the wicket for the final ball of the over. Here he's in now, and it's a good length delivery, and Brook is forward and defends to end with. The cycle is complete, so it'll be Nathan Hancock to bowl his third over of the innings. Here he's in now to Justin Brook, and it's a vicious in-swinging delivery which nearly sneaks through the gate, but Brook just gets enough bat on it to keep it out. Oh, that nearly snuck through. A brilliant start from the youngster once again, as you'll continue again over the wicket, and it's a good delivery, bang on the money, but Brook defends well on the leg side for no run. So this is going to be a big period of the match with the Green Machine frontliners back into the attack. They'll be looking to take a few wickets and hopefully break this match right open. As Hancock will continue again now to Brook, and this one's a full delivery, and he gets his way through on the offside for a boundary. It's a rare boundary off the bowling of Hancock as Brook moves along to 16. 50 is up for the men in blue. Runners 11, 3 for 52, as Hancock will continue to Brook over the wicket, and this one's a full in-swinging delivery, and that's a perfect reply, as Brook just about does enough to keep that one out. So another brilliant display of swing bowling here on offer from the youngster, as we arrive at the final ball of the 21st over. Here he'll continue to Brook over the wicket. Here he's in now, and that's another in-swinging delivery, but it's played down the pitch and fielded for no run. It'll be the skipper Matt White to steam into Justin Brook for the 22nd over. Here he's in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and this crashes into the thigh of Justin Brook, and is picked up by Johnson on the offside for no run. So a typically fast start to the over there from the Green Machine skipper. Can Brook see out this inevitably tough period here that he's set to face from the Green Machine pace attack? As White will continue to him now, and this one's a short, wide delivery outside the off stump, and that will be called a wide by the umpire. So that moves the score to 3 for 53. Good this from Justin, who's just got his side out of a wee bit of a hole here. There's still plenty of work to be done here with his side still trailing by 69 runs. As White will steam in once again over the wicket. Here's in now, this one's a back of a length delivery. It's a fast delivery which Brook sways out of the way of. So a good battle brewing here at the WCG with the trophy on the line. White to continue to Brook in the 22nd over. Here's in now, this one's a good length delivery, and Brook is forward, and is solid in defence as that is fielded by Wojcik on the offside. So just the one delivery left for Brook to negotiate in this White over. It's been a typically quick over so far, but Brook has been up to the task. As White is in for the final ball of the over, and it's a back of a leg delivery, and there's a massive appeal, mainly from Wojcik and White, and it's been given not out. Well, I think they're appealing for caught behind. They cannot believe it. Here, there was no appeal from the other fieldsman. Here, as we take a look. Oh, I think that might have brushed the back of the bat. Brook might have got away with one there. Well, more controversy here at the WCG, as Michael Johnson will bowl the 23rd over of the innings. As in now to Brook, and he wraps Brook on the pad as he nearly sneaks his way through. But Brook survives once again, and you get the feeling he's beginning to frustrate. Johnson to continue to Brook in the 23rd over. Here is in now, this one's a full delivery, and Brook goes bang down the ground for his 4th boundary of the innings. It's a beautiful stroke there from Justin Brook, who moves along to 20. Brennan's 11, 3 for 57, as Johnson will continue once again to Brook, and this one's a full delivery, which wraps Brook on the boot, and is fielded there by Nathan Hancock on the leg side for no run. So fantastic stuff this from Justin Brook, who is standing up for the men in blue once again. 24 and now 20 not out his last 2 digs at the WCG. Can he be the next batsman to join the half-century club? Here is Johnson will continue again now to Brook. This one's a shorter delivery, banged in, and he sways out of the way of it easy enough, does Brook. So just bereft of answers at the moment are the Green Machine, but they've just got to maintain the discipline they've showed throughout this inning so far. As Johnson will continue again now to Brook, as this one's a good length delivery, and Brook is back and defends again. So Johnson yet to pick up a wicket so far into his 3rd over. As we arrive at the final ball of the 23rd over, it'll be Johnson to Brook, and it's a full delivery, and he gets a thick outside edge onto the fence, and it's gathered by Wojcik. It'll be Joel Wojcik to bowl the 24th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Brook, and this one's an in-swinging delivery, and it's hit towards White. Oh, and he's taken the catch. He did bobble it for a bit. He's appealing to the umpire. He's been given out, Brook. So the Green Machine get their man finally. That's the massive breakthrough of Brook there for 20. Brennan's 11 lose their 4th wicket. As we take a look, oh, it's hard to tell from that angle. It did hit his arm originally. As we take another look from this angle, it hits his arm, bounces up, and it's gathered. That's a brilliant take there from the Green Machine skipper. So Joel Wojcik is the man once again, aided brilliantly by his skipper, as that wicket will now bring George Paneros to the crease at number 5. And with his side still trailing by 65 runs, there's still plenty of work to do. So it'll be Joel Wojcik, who's just picked up his 2nd wicket of the innings, to bowl to Paneros for his 1st delivery. And this one's a full delivery, and it strikes George on the leg. And he's going to move through for a leg bye. And I think the umpire says, all right, I'll give it to you, but you've got to play a better stroke next time. So Brennan's 11, 4 for 58 in their 1st innings. The Green Machine will be delighted with picking up the dangerous Brook for 20, who is beginning to look comfortable. As Wojcik will continue again now to Paneros, and this time Paneros drops at his feet. He's going to move through for a single, and he runs the line of the stumps and is hit by Nathan Hancock as he gets off the mark. So a typically busy start to his innings here from Paneros. Brennan's 11, 4 for 59 in their 1st innings, still trailing by 63 runs. So the Green Machine will be pleased with how things are placed at the moment, as Wojcik is in once again to Paneros. This one's an out-swinging delivery outside the off stump. Paneros lets it go. So we arrive at the final delivery of what's been yet another successful over here from Wojcik. Can he pick up his 3rd scalp? He's in now over the wicket here to Paneros. This one slides down the leg side to end with. It'll be Daniel Arnold to bowl the 27th over of the innings. Who's in now over the wicket to Paneros, and this one hits him on the body, and he's going to sneak through for another leg bye. And he gets through there in the end successfully, as there's an inquest here with the Green Machine. Arnold not pleased with the fact that Paneros was able to sneak one there. Paneros takes the score along to 4 for 61. They still trail the Green Machine by exactly that many. So the men in blue will be hoping he can play one of his typically dogged knocks, which he has produced over the years here for Brennan's 11. As Arnold will continue to him now over the wicket. Here he's in now, and this one's a short wide delivery. Oh, but Paneros has hit this over the fence. So there will be no repeat of his dogged efforts as he goes for 1. Brennan's 11 now in big trouble in their 1st innings, 5 for 61. So the Green Machine well on top here in this morning session, as that wicket will now bring Gavin Merrifield to the crease. He too has played many an important innings for the men in blue down the years. Can he do it again? So it'll be Daniel Arnold, who's just picked up his 1st wicket, to continue to Merrifield here in the 27th over, and it's a back of a length delivery, and Merrifield defends well on the offside. So if the men in green can pick up the wicket of Merrifield cheaply, they'll be right into the Blues' lower order. Here's Arnold will continue again now to Merrifield, as this one's a fuller delivery which swings into Merrifield, and he plays that back down the pitch for no run. So just 1 delivery left for Merrifield to negotiate in this Arnold over. Here's Arnold is in once again over the wicket. It's another full in-swinging delivery. It's played towards Step in there on the leg side, who just about stops it from going to the boundary. It'll be Alex Step in to bowl the 28th over of the innings. Here as he goes over the wicket here to Merrifield. It's a back of a length delivery which Merrifield plays on the offside. And it's fielded there by Hamid Basher for no run. Brennan's 11, 5 for 61 in their first innings. Still trailing by exactly that many. Here a step in will continue this time around the wicket here to Merrifield. And it's a good short delivery which goes past the face of Merrifield, who couldn't help but get the hands up, but thankfully doesn't make contact. The wild thing, Alex step in to continue around the wicket here to Merrifield. He's in now and it's a full delivery. And it's a cracker which beats him outside the off stump. Well, that cannot have missed that off stump by much. Oh, that's a beauty. Step in to continue around the wicket to Merrifield in the 28th over. He was in now. This one's another back of a length delivery. And once again, this flashes past the gloves of Merrifield. But once again, thankfully for his point of view, he doesn't make contact. So one delivery left in the step-in over. The men in blue 5 for 61. Here step-in is in once again now to Merrifield. It's a full delivery. And it's played back down the pitch and it's eventually stopped there by Arnold for no run. It'll be Mark Pasterfield, the ball 29th over of the innings. Here is in now to Merrifield and it's a full delivery which Merrifield drives. But it's well stopped by Harry Dean. So the runs have well and truly dried up since the wicket of Brook. Just 4 runs added in the last 30 deliveries for the men in blue. As Pasterfield will bowl again now to Merrifield. And this one's a wide delivery outside the off stump. Yeah, and it has been called a wide. To the displeasure there of Pasterfield, who doesn't agree with the decision. But no one's ever really cared about what Pasterfield thinks. And they're certainly not about to start now. Here is Pasterfield will continue again now to Merrifield. And this one's a full delivery which slides down the leg side for no run. Just a bit of a lull here in this morning's session. Merrifield tentative here to begin his innings. He knows exactly how important his wicket is, particularly with his side still trailing the Green Machine by 60 runs. As Merrifield continue to him now over the wicket. This one's a good length delivery and it's driven once again here by Merrifield. But he doesn't beat Schaefer there at cover, who cleans up well. So another decent over here from Pasterfield, who has just kept Merrifield quiet in this over. Here's a continue again now to Merrifield. This one's a short wide delivery. And it's a plainer miss outside the off stump. So perhaps there's a bit of frustration creeping in here for Merrifield, who just hasn't been able to get away here so far in his innings. As we arrive at the final ball of the Pasterfield over. As he'll continue to Merrifield over the wicket. Oh, and this one leaps up at Merrifield, who hits it straight up in the air and over the fence. That's the 6th wicket down for Brendan's 11, who are now in real trouble in their first innings. Merrifield goes for a duck. The men in blue 6 for 62 just before lunch. As the Green Machine rejoice. The men in blue 6 for 62 in their first innings. As that wicket will now bring young Daniel Hancock to the crease at number 7. Has been moved down the order for this test match after an array of low scores at the top. Can he stand up for his side when it matters? So there's about 5 minutes till the lunch break here on day 2. As we Ryan Schaefer to bowl the last over of the cycle. As he's in now around the wicket to the youngster. And this one hits him on the thigh and he's going to move through for a leg bye. As he too begins his innings in busy fashion. So the Green Machine well on top here in this second test match. As we approach the lunch break here on day 2. The men in green have been fantastic with the ball so far in this innings. And do they dare to dream of glory? Still work to be done here for the men in green just before the break. Here's Schaefer is in once again to Hancock. And it's a full toss and he picks this brilliantly off his legs to get underway with a boundary. That'll settle the nerves for the youngster who gets off the mark in style. Brennan's 11, 6 for 67. Schaefer to continue around the wicket to Hancock in the 30th over. Here's his in now, and this one's a full delivery, and Hancock gets a thick inside edge and will move through for a single. The rebound off the fence, just throwing his brother there, but he's able to recover in time to prevent a boundary. So the men in blue 6 for 68, still trailing the Green Machine by 54 runs. Here's Schaefer is in once again to Hancock, and this one beats the youngster outside the off stump who plays and misses. So it's a good end to the over there from Schaefer. Brennan's 11, 6 for 68. So it'll be brother v brother for the final over of the session. As Nathan will bowl to Daniel. This one's a full swing and delivery, and he's bowled him around his legs. Well, Nathan gets revenge for his first innings dismissal as he rips back his brother's leg stump. The hole gets deeper for the men in blue just before the lunch break as Hancock is dismissed for 5. But it's not all doom and gloom for the Hancock family as Nathan is putting on a clinic. So Brendan's 11, 7 for 68 as we approach lunch here on day 2. As that wicket now brings Josh bowling to the crease at number 8, who has 5 balls to negotiate before the break. So it's Hancock with his tail up to The ball over the wicket to Bowling for his first delivery. Here's in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery. And Bowling sways out of the way of this easy enough. Well, the Green Machine on absolute fire here in this second test match. They will take all the momentum into this afternoon session. Can they take another one in with them till the lunch break? Here's Hancock is in once again to Bowling. This one's a back of a length delivery which grazes Bowling's thigh and goes through to the keeper. A bit of a laboured appeal there from the men in green, who are smelling blood in the water. So 2 deliveries left for Bowling to negotiate before the break. Here's Hancock is in once again to Bowling, and this one beats him outside the off stump, and it wouldn't have missed that off stump by much, as it's another hooping delivery which has the beating of a Blues batsman. So the final ball of what's been a Green Machine dominated session. Hancock into Bowling, and it's another beauty to end with as it beats Bowling outside the off stump. An absolute clinic the youngsters put on as the Green Machine are roaring along. So it's the men in blue who limp into the lunch break at 7 for 68, still trailing the Green Machine by 54 runs. It's been a fantastic effort with the ball either side of stumps here from the men in green, as they'll be looking to come out after the lunch break and wrap up this Blues tale and head into the second innings of this decider with a healthy lead. So as we take a look at where this match stands at lunch here on day 2, it is the Green Machine holding all the aces, as the men in blue lost 5 for 41 in that morning session to crawl to the lunch break at 7 for 68, still trailing the men in green by 54 runs. They've got their work cut out for them when we come back.